Share 40. The straw hat, glasses, limousine, and that tattoo. At that same time in Palm Beach, there was a clubhouse called 4th Street, and I went to a meeting there. It was in a seedy neighborhood, and I don't remember much about the meeting, other than I saw a high society woman in a straw hat. It reminded me of the Montreal BMW phenomenon. There was also a guy whose limousine was waiting outside to pick him up after the meeting. Later that weekend, I saw a man at another meeting who had an extremely large pair of glasses. When I came back to Palm Beach in 2001, about 7 years later, they had changed the location of that clubhouse, but I saw the limousine again, and again I saw those big glasses. And I told each of those people that I am a firm believer in being a high-profile member of AA, because people remember things like that. Those glasses were 1/4 of an inch thick, and 1.5 inches larger than the man's eye socket. And he was a very sharp dresser as well, as having those very big glasses. And the limousine, it was just for show. I think it gave him something, but it gave me something to identify with when I came back 7 years later. I felt, I'm back. I was back. There was another thing that I remember the first time. I was in the coffee shop at the first clubhouse, and there was a guy working there who had an arrow and a heart tattooed on his arm with the word faggot in the middle of it. I just remember that tattoo a little. I don't remember it much. But in 2003, my friend Deacon, who works for Mr. Bishop, told me he had had Thanksgiving lunch with people from AA at the clubhouse. He was proud that he wasn't alone for Thanksgiving, and that he could have it with all kinds of people from all walks of life, and he was thankful for the fellowship he was now in, and said, I even sat with someone who had a tattoo that said faggot on his arm with an arrow and a heart, and I thought, I've seen that tattoo before. Anyway, in 2007, I got to the bottom of it. I went and I asked someone who might have known who that person was with the tattoo, and I found him, and his name is Big Mike, and he did work at the coffee shop at the first clubhouse, and he now sells tickets at Saturday night bingo in the second clubhouse. And I told him how his tattoo had popped up every 7 years as a conversation piece in people's lives, and maybe helped some people stay sober.